Okay, in this video tutorial, we are going to talk about the desktop section. So right now, I just launched the app, and I'm going to click on speaker selection to get to the desktop. Okay, here's the desktop. Now this section involves a few things. As you can see, in desktop mode, you have a clock, which gives the time and the date. You also have a calendar as well. And what's really interesting about this section is that for future updates, will be launching a network, which will basically run through the desktop section. But first, I'm going to explain a little bit on some of these options that you have in this section. First of all, if you click on the menu button at the bottom, you can see these are actually shortcuts to programs that we have in the application that you actually would have to go through the application to find these programs. But we have created this small menu so you can find the shortcuts real quickly. For example, we have a clock, and we have also another player which is called the Audio X player, and we have home setup guide, we have home theater placement, and we also have a sound test. Now with this sound test option, you can actually do a test with your speakers. You can actually do a full tone sweep with this application, and you can also do a tone test in each speaker. So this is just one of our options that we have when using this application. And here we also have speaker placement. And with this speaker placement, this is really interesting. We are working on a virtual reality system where you will be able to take our speakers and basically move them around in a room to see how they look when they are set up. For example, like if you want to place the speakers on a fireplace or in front of a TV, we're going to actually be able to do that. And at the moment, this function is not available on this app, but maybe in a year or two it will be. But at the moment, it's here, but it's not accessible at the moment right now. So the next option we have is rule placement. And again, these are diagrams and videos that show you how to properly place your speakers in a room, given its size and acoustic properties. And last, you have the home button, and this will basically bring you back to the home page of the application. So basically, this menu button gives you shortcuts to a lot of options that we have in this app that you cannot find just by searching it regularly. So I will minimize that. And also we have a look at this button right here, which is called a network, this little icon. And what's interesting about this network is that we will soon, in a couple of years, be able to, users who use this app will be able to stream audio and video, and also have streaming radio as well. As you can see, we actually going to be creating our own content so it could be streamed over the internet through this player. So you won't have to worry about trying to find an application or trying to browse the web to find, audio content to play through your speakers. Hopefully in the future we will have basically, music, radio stations where you could just stream directly from this app without opening any other apps or without using a web browser, because we're going to have a browser that is built right into this application. And this is what this is right now. Basically, this MODVO app has a built-in browser capabilities. So with that, the possibilities are endless what we can do with this application. So this is something that's going to be coming in a couple of years. So if you want to go back to the desktop, you just click on desktop and you go back. And this section right here too um, allows you to actually control your music. For example, if you are using the audio player and playing a song or a track, you can still continue to listen to that track and still able to control that track using the controls that we have built into this desktop. For example, you just click on this icon here and you see the player controls appear. And this allows you to play, pause, stop, skip, and control the volume of an audio track while it's playing when you are in a different section of this application. And if you want to close it, you just hit the other button and it closes. And also, we have basically a virtual clock. And so this is just a full-size clock that you can use anytime. You just click on this button right here. And here you go, you will get a full-size, full-screen clock. So this is just another feature that this application have. So if you want to go back, and also I forgot to mention, we also have controls too on this clock. So for example, if you want to take your PC or your laptop and convert it into a large clock or to just a standalone clock, you can with this application. And you can also use it as a music player to control your music through the app, because we have actually controls that are hidden and they are somewhere under here. There you go. Basically, when you move your cursor underneath the lines of the logo, you will see the CD player pops up. And somewhere also we have the audio player that pops up as well. So here we go, right here. So basically you can actually control your audio using the built-in controls in your clock mode, which is another nice feature. So if you want to go back to your desktop, you just click the back arrow and it takes you right back to the desktop. Since we are in desktop mode, we're actually going to go and use the sound test for a second. Give a short demonstration. Click on menu and select sound test. And right here, this option right here will allow you to do a full automatic tone sweep from 20 hertz all the way up to 20,000 hertz with just a push of a button. So basically, if you have a pair of speakers that you wanted to test, you can test both speakers or each speaker individually using the right or left channel. So for example, if you wanted to do a tone sweep on both speakers, you would click automatic tone test and this will give you a 5-second tone sweep from 20 hertz all the way up to 20,000 hertz for 5 seconds out of both speakers, out of the left and right speaker. Now if you want a shorter tone test, we actually have a 3-second tone test, which is really quick. You would click on sound. And for anyone, we also give you warning notes for anyone who is using this tone test. Please make sure to turn the volume down on your system, on your laptop, and on your audio system, because it will be very loud with this tone sweep. So we advise anyone who uses tone sweep not to use headphones, because these tone has a very have a very high sound. So you want to use these on a pair of speakers on low volume from a far distance. So also, if you want to do back to the speakers, if you want to do just the left, if you want to do a tone sweep for just the left speaker, you just click on left speaker. And as you can see, the left speaker will highlight. And then at any time you are listening to a tone and you just want to stop the tone immediately, you just click this red button right here and it shuts off the tone. For example, if you're doing a tone that is 4,000 hertz, and as you can see, there we go, it's being played, and it's actually an equalizer right here that shows the waves of the tone of each tone. So you do 4,000 hertz out of both speakers, you can see how the waves are really together. Then you do a tone, let's say of 80 hertz, and you see how the waves are more separate. There you go, more larger, more wider waves. Then you do a test tone of 100 hertz, and so on and so on. So this is one of the features that's in an application that you can use to test your speakers. So to go back to the desktop, you would just hit the desktop button right here. So basically, the desktop would be the main place for software application where most people are going to be using this, because and maybe in the next version, version 2, we will have a desktop that's fully operational. We will have streaming video, as I mentioned earlier, and also streaming radio. This is what we're currently working on right now. So basically, this is where you are going to get a lot of your updates and alerts or stuff that is happening, with us and our site. We come out with new products, new ways to set up loudspeakers. It's going to be right here in this desktop, and also on a network as well. So that's about it for that. Thank you for watching this video.